All right, now I've cut out my net. You'll notice that I left the lines on the outside edges wherever possible. I kind of messed up here and cut the line off, but that's not going to be the end of the world. So the second step you're going to do after you cut out your net is you're going to fold your net. Now folding the net seems easy, but it's a little bit difficult. What I like to use is a ruler and a straight edge. We'll use the ruler later on anyhow. I put it along the line and then I just fold up. Now I want the lines on the outside, so I'll fold down afterwards. And that just kind of helps keep your fold straight, because you want a straight fold. So I'm gonna fold this one. I'm just gonna put the ruler right below the line, fold up, and then I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna fold down. And I should still see the line on the bottom of the shape. Maybe I should put the ruler right on the line. Yeah, you know. So now I'm gonna fold this one. I put the ruler right on the line. I pull up to make kind of my straight fold, and then I fold back down. And these are pretty much the easy folds. The hard one's gonna be this guy, because these are easy to see because they have little, what I like to call ears. That's probably not the correct term, but I call them ears sticking out so you can see where the line is supposed to be. And but this one does not have ears sticking out, so it's real important that we have the ruler to make this line straight, because we don't have any guide to see it otherwise. And then I fold it along the line. And so now we've got a three-dimensional shape. But the hard part is getting this guy to stay together, which is where the tape comes in. You're gonna take a little tape. I like to start with the one that has the long lid corner, because I just kind of hold it there. I put the tape on one side, sticking out, then I make it line up with the other side, and then I fold the tape over. It's never going to be perfect, it just has to be close enough. And then I just move around the shape. You might want to grab, well, I don't know how many pieces of tape, but I bet I put it on one side, then I line it up, and then I fold the tape over, pushing with my finger on both sides of the box so that it doesn't go in and out, you know. That's 2 pieces of tape. Then we attach the tape to the side that's already taped. I line up the loose side. I make sure my finger on the bottom keeps it from pushing in. And then I got that side, and then I'm putting this tape right here. And this is the last side that is not taped. So far this is 4 pieces of tape. And we could make a 5th piece of tape to hold the lid down on our rectangular prism, but we actually want to keep it open because now we're going to measure the volume of our rectangular prism. We're going to do that by putting all these little cubes in there. And you guys are probably thinking like, oh, that's way too many cubes. But trust me, when we start putting them in, you'll see. See how I'm putting in the cubes along one bottom edge. And I think this is the best way to do it. And then you'll see that it's going to be exactly, I'm using the size that I know you guys don't have. I created a special box for this. So this is not giving away the answer, just giving away the strategy. It's 4, and then I put in 4 more. And, you know, you're just kind of, sometimes you got to like finagle it. I don't know if you guys, I don't even know if that's a real word, finagle, but my mom used it all the time, finagle it in there. So I'm just going to keep using that word until someone tells me it's not a real word. And yeah, so in case you didn't know, these cubes, these little colorful cubes that I'm putting in the box are 1 centimeter on each side. So these are cubic centimeters. And I put 4, 8, 12, 16. And I told you guys it holds a lot more than it looks like it does. And then we've got 4 more after 16 would make 20 in total. And sometimes that last piece to get in there is difficult. This one worked out pretty good, but some of the other boxes I've made. And then, so that was 20 on the first row, or I like to call it floor, but I know that's not the proper term. It's the base. So there was 20 on the base, and this is my second row of 4. And I already kind of know how many cubes are gonna get inside of this rectangular prism, but it's fun to just complete the task too. So there's the second row of 4. Here is the third row of 4. And every row of 4 is like multiplying by 4. So 3 times 4 is 12. This is the 4th row of 4, which would make 16 because 4 times 4 is 16. And then we have a 5th row of 4, which would make, I wonder if you should call these columns. It depends how you're looking at the video, I guess. And then boom. So there's 20 on the base and 20 on top. So that's a total of 40 cubic centimeters that I got in there. So we know that the volume of this is 40 because I was able to fit 40 centimeters to the power of 3. That means cubic centimeters. And then the length, that's where the ruler comes back in. The length is, you're just going to go to the nearest centimeter. Now this looks like it doesn't make it to 5, but you'll see there's a little part there at the beginning where it doesn't really count. That first big line is the beginning. And so when I do line that up, it is exactly 5 centimeters long. And then the width is going this way. And remember, like, it's not quite 4, but actually when I line this up at the start of the box, it becomes 4. So that is 4, and then these are centimeters. I forgot to tell you. We are not using the inches side because the inches side would not work out. And then if I open this up, you can see that the colors match up so that the 1 is at the end of the brown block, the 2 is at the end of the red block, the 3 is at the end of the orange cube, and the 4 is at the end of the black cube. And then the height is this other dimension that we've got here, and it's not quite 2, but then when I line it up at the big line, it is exactly 2 centimeters. And then you're going to answer this question with your team. How do you get the volume from the dimensions? And how many dimensions is the prism? All right, that's a rather long video.